Hello everyone, we're finally back for our 25th episode of our comic book weekly poll list. It's been a couple of weeks and I've been slacking, but we're here and we're going to give you everything that we got and do it the best way that we can. Before we jump into these books, got some things I want to talk about. Artgerm has put out a cover for the Villains of the Year that they're doing, and I believe his cover is the 1 in 100 variant of Cheetah, and it is astounding. We ain't even going to talk about the rest of the stuff that he's been showing for these past couple of weeks, but as far as I'm concerned, Stanley Artgerm Lau is definitely winning the cover artist of the year so far, and it's only February, and he is definitely reigning threes. We got a new comic book coming out from Marvel. It's supposed to be after the Avengers No Roads Home, and it is the Savage Avengers, and it's all the people that aren't even Avengers that make up this team, and it's really pretty cool because I looking at this cover here by David Finch. Everybody on this cover kills beast mode, and definitely looking forward to that. And I guess everybody's thoughts were true. Conan is now an Avenger, kinda. And of course, Detective Comics 1000 is coming out, and there is a million covers on it. But your boy Jim Lee is doing what he does, and I believe he is doing another cover for Torpedo Comics. And yeah, this might be my Detective Comics cover. I'm a Jim Lee fan, and this kind of says it all, right? From the beginning to present time, this cover right here really says it all, and I cannot argue with that. And with that, no Dark Horse this week. We are going to jump right into our DC Comics. First up, we have Aquaman 45 by Kelly Sue DeConnick and Robson Rocha. This book is on fire, and I believe this new villain, it's supposed to be her full appearance in this. We got cover A by Robson Rocha, and Cully Hammer is doing cover B. Batman 65 by Joshua Williamson and Gilliam March. This is the last part of that Heroes in Crisis tie-in between Batman and the Flash, The Price Part 3. And Chris Burnham is doing cover A. And Jeffrey Allen Love is doing cover B. And is that Superman that I see standing down there? Catwoman number 8 by Joel Jones and Elena Cassandra. Jolie Jones is doing cover A, and Tony Daniels is doing cover B. That book is doing excellent. Justice League 18 by James Tynion and Pasquale Fury. Cover A is by Francis Manapul, and cover B is by Will Conrad. If you don't know, you better jump on the Justice League. Big things in store for that book, and that leads straight into that Villains of the Year, which I guess will highlight Perpetua, Lex Luthor, and all the rest. Naomi number 2 by Brian Michael Bendis and Jamal Campbell. Get that book, buy it, read it, love it. That's what I say. Nightwing 57 by Scott Lobdell and Travis Moore. We got Chris Monahan cover A, and a really cool, it looks like a computer generated cover by Jeff DeCal doing cover B. Teen Titans 27 by Adam Glass and Bernard Chang. We got a Giuseppe Camacoli cover for cover A, which is Speak No Evil, really cool cover. And Alex Gardner is giving us a variant cover of Roundhouse. American Carnage #4 by Brian Hill and Leandro Fernandez. And Brian Hill is doing that. We got a couple of, collected editions coming out this week. Also, Back Air Year 1, they have a deluxe edition hardcover by Chuck Dixon and Marcos Martin. I have the individual issues for that, but that is a must read. Great read for that. And a Wonder Woman Rebirth Deluxe Edition hardcover book 3 is out with a gorgeous Jim Lee cover. Next up, we got Dynamite Comics, and I think we got 1 or 2 books from here. We got James Bond 007 #4 by Greg Pak and Stephen Mooney. And I think I'm only highlighting cover D, and that is by Stephen Mooney. We got The Lone Ranger #5 by Mark Russell and Bob Q. And I only have here cover A by John Cassidy. Coming up from Image Comics, we have Bitterroot #4 by David Walker, Chuck Brown and Sanford Green. We have 4 covers for that. Cover A is the continuing connecting cover by Sanford Green. We got cover B by David Mack. Cover C is by Kevin Nolan. And cover D is by Natasha Bustos. Get that. That book is on fire right now. Well, at least I love it. Middle West #4 by Scotty Young and Jorge Corona. Awesome book. And that book only has 1 cover. Strange. And the book that I've been waiting for 4 months now, 7 to Eternity 13 by Rick Remender and Jerome Opina. This book is worth the wait. Fantasy at its purest form. Cover A is by Jerome Opina and cover B is by Tommy Lee Edwards. A new book in the Millar-verse, Sharky the Bounty Hunter, and this is by Mark Millar, and the art chores for this book will be done by Simone Botchank. Y'all know I can't pronounce his last name. Bianchi. Simon Bianchi. We're going to go with that, right? That has a ridiculous amount of covers. Cover A and cover B, which is a sketch variant of cover A, is by Bianchi. Cover C rather, is by Frank Quietly. Cover D is by Matteo Scalera. Cover E is by Oscar Yildimer. They have a blank cover, and cover G is by Carl Kreschel. Yes. And that looks really weird, but I'm going to pick it up. Might be a pretty good read. And for trades and stuff from Image Comics, we have the first volume of Bully Wars in trade already. It's only been 2 weeks since the last book came out, I believe, something like that. And that is by Scotty Young and Aaron Conley. Great book to pick up. Marvel Comics, we have The Age of X-Men. The Amazing Nightcrawler #1. And I am only showing 1 cover for that. That is by Sean McGuire and Juan Frigari. Yeah, that has a lot of covers, but I'm kind of getting sick and tired of the X-Men right now. Avengers No Road Home #2, continually Marvel's Avengers Weekly Book by Al Ewing and Paco Medina. Yasmin Putri is doing all the cover A's for this, I believe. And cover B is a connecting cover by Miko Sayuan. Avengers 15 by Jason Aaron and David Marquez. That has cover A is by David Marquez, and cover B has a very nice girl inspiring cover of Captain Marvel by Jared Perel. The Black Order number 4 by Derek Lanny and Philip Tan. I really haven't been on this book, but these two covers right here are banging. In-Huk Lee is doing cover A, and I really haven't been liking these cover Bs, but this cover B right here by John Tyler Christopher is perfect. We have another facsimile edition this week of Dowser number 1 by Tom DeFalco and John Remedia Jr. And for people like me that either don't have or don't feel like buying the original, for $4 you can have a nice perfect reprint of that. Doctor Strange number 11 by Mark Wade, and my man Jesus Saez is back doing the artwork for that. Beautiful book. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 3 by Tom Taylor and Juan Cabal. And Spider-Man usually doesn't get these dark, mysterious covers like that, but that's a dope cover right there. Guardians of the Galaxy number 2 by Donny Cates and Jeff Shaw. Cover A is by David Marquez, and a really nice incentive cover of the Cosmic Ghost Rider by Matteo Scalera, and that is carrying a pretty hefty price tag upon it. From Wolverine and the Immortal Hulk and Weapon H, we have Hulkverines number 1 by Greg Pak and Ariel Anadito. We have cover A by Frank Diamanda, and a nice cover. I don't know who's doing the second cover. And Dale Keown has this killer Skrulls cover for that. Might as well pick it up, right? Immortal Hulk is on fire. Love Romances one shot. Marvel is doing their thing with these one shots. From science fiction to cowboys to romance. And this is by Dennis Hopeless with various other artists doing it. Cover A is by Pui Young Jun. Cover B is Russell Dodderman, Young Guns cover. Definitely want to grab that. And cover C is by Annie Wu. And that is a really cool looking Skrulls cover with that. Marvel's Avengers Endgame Prelude number 3 by William Pilgrim and Paco Diaz. If you're into picking up all the preludes and stuff, which I guess is supposed to have hints in it, I guess you would want to pick that up. Next we have Miles Morales Spider-Man number 3 by Saladin Ahmed and Javi Garin. And just showing the one cover for that. The Marco Di Alfonso cover for that. And I really have had such a distaste for this book, but Steve McNiven has finally come to finish this book off, and this cover is just fantastic. Return of Wolverine number 5, which is the final issue of this book by Charles Soule and Steve McNiven, and I'm only showing the one cover, and that is this gorgeous cover by Steve McNiven. By Adam Kubert. Shame on me. We have Two True Believers, Binary number 1, and Captain Marvel Kree Skull War. For $1, you gotta pick them up. Uncanny X-Men number 12 by Matthew Rosenberg and Salvador Larroca. Only have cover A by Salvador Larroca. Venom number 11 by Donny Cates and Ryan Stigman. And I'm only showing 2 covers for this. We have cover A by Ryan Stigman, and we have the Dave Gibbons Watchmen cover. Excelente. You must have that. You must buy that book. Right? Right. Wolverine Infinity Watch, which if anybody really doesn't understand why they're having this, Wolverine is going to be the Phoenix soon, so it's only fitting that they have him for an Infinity Watch. Right? I guess so. This book is by Jerry Dugan and Andy McDonald, and I'm only showing the Giuseppe Camacoli cover for cover A. And that's it for Marvel Comics. For our independent books, we have Hot Lunch Special number 5 by Elliot Rahal and Jorge Fornes. We're waiting a long time for this book too. Relay number 4 by Zach Thompson, Danny Cates, and Dalia Dalapur Talajek. Yeah, this book is like 5 months late, something like that. What you're gonna do? Some things are worth the wait, some not. I guess we shall see. And Coda number 9 by Simon Sperria and Mateus Bergara. I love this book. A lot of people aren't talking about it, but it is truly my cup of tea. Pick that up. Another smashing hit from Boom Studios. And last but not least, Valiant has a new book coming out this week called Incursion. And it is by Andy Diggle and Doug Braithwaite. The book looks pretty good. I really don't do the Valiant stuff, but sometimes I may pick up a book from time to time. And you can't go wrong with the Eternal Warrior, right? Cover A is by Doug Braithwaite, and cover B is by Roberto de la Torre. And that is it this week for our books. As for our covers of the week, I put quite a few this time because I was just feeling it. So we're going to do that. Covers of the week, we have the David Mack cover for Bitterroot, which I'm just a fan of Bitterroot anyway. We have the Christopher Tyler cover B for the Black Order. The Return of Wolverine Adam Kubert cover. And of course the cover B cover for the Guardians of the Galaxy. And the book of the week, which I've just been dying for months now. This book has been being pushed back, but I'm going to go with 7 to Eternity number 13. It doesn't matter what cover you get. Buy one, buy them both. But make sure you get that book. So, hopefully, I will see you next week. Until the next time, people, I'll catch you at the same bat time, at the same bat channel. Peace.